everyone out there in the big, beautiful land of podcasts. I'm Ben Rosenthal, and I'm looking very brown tonight, but that's okay. We here at Hack the Dino enjoy the time of year where nothing goes wrong, especially not PCs, especially not streaming, especially not audio equipment. In fact, everything's gone so swimmingly well, we are currently running a little bit late because we were all having a quick party to celebrate how well everything's going.
Really had it in my head you were going to say orgy then. I don't know why.
My name's Mr. Orgy, Ben Rosenthal. I'm joined by the enabler himself, Floppy Starrick.
That is me. How are you, man?
I'm orgasmic. And also joining us is the main cheese on the keys, and that takes on a whole nother meaning considering what we've been talking about. Anto's here.
Sorry, Anto.
How's your cheesy
very
keys?
disappointed in how you just linked cheese to orgy. It's
Generally, when I'm in an orgy, disappointment is the overriding feeling in the room. But where's
Can confirm.
Hack the Dino. This is our gaming cast where we talk about the past, present, and future of video games. But before we go into all that sort of stuff, Anto,
Hello.
what have you been playing?
Honestly, the same as most people. Pokemon Arceus.
Nice.
I'm not very far into it. I've just got to Zone 3. Highest level Pokemon's level 42. Yeah, it's just, I've been having a good time with it. It's just been hard to sort of fit it around between being awake for 4 hours before I start work and work through till 7 a.m. and then crash. And
then the orgies.
You've been doing like weird
no, I don't have
hours,
any of
haven't you?
Yeah. Floppy,
Yes, mate.
what have you been cracking on?
I have not been playing Arceus like the rest of the world, apparently.
Just not cool enough.
Yeah, let's go with that. No, I am still trying to finish Pokemon Diamond. I'm quite close.
Yeah?
I think I'm about to take on Elite Four.
Cool. That's a rough time. That's that Elite Four that took me more than 4 minutes to do.
It's probably going to take me a little bit longer. But I've been playing that, and I am still trying to finish Guardians of the Galaxy, which I'll get done in the next week because then Horizon's out, and there ain't going to be time for other games.
Yeah, how excited are you for Horizon? Yeah?
Yep, pretty excited. I was going to say something rude, but I won't.
Really?
Yep.
Why not?
Well, we've already gone too far.
Okay. Orgy.
Yep.
I have been playing pretty much exclusively Pokemon Legends Arceus. I've fallen in love with this game. I gave a brief summary of when we were last on the show because I got to play it for maybe an hour before we went
I
on
wasn't
air.
here. I got kidnapped, sorry.
Yeah, no, well, actually, before we go into that, do we want to talk about what happened to you last show?
Look,
Or leading up?
Sort of had to sign an NDA.
You can't really say anything?
No, there's some confidential stuff going on. There's government issue.
Me when
Right.
Floppy went to the moon.
No, well, it
Let's
wasn't-
just say I was training
Yeah.
some people.
If two giant celestial bodies in space could fight, you would be that star fighter.
Yes.
Anyway, I've been playing Pokemon Arceus. I have rolled credits on it just the other day. Managed to do so in 25 to about 30 hours, but that was with a lot of exploring. Pretty sure you could probably crack it in 22 if you just went straight critical path. So it's not a long game.
How the hell big is that Ponyta?
That's an alpha Ponyta. We'll get into that, Floppy. Don't you worry.
You've also got Beta Ponytas and Sigma Ponytas.
No, there's not. Don't be silly.
Omega, Beta, Delta.
Took me that long. I've lost my train of thought. Where's my notes? Here they are. Now I'm into the post game. So as with every Pokemon game, there is a post game. There's actually 2 or 3 post games in this one. So you roll credits and you're only like 3/4 of the way through. It's pretty silly, but I like it. Pokemon Arceus to me feels a lot like the original Pokemon Snap when it came out. Yes, I'm that old. So in Pokemon Snap, when it first was released, one of the reasons it was so popular, and I think one of the reasons the current Pokemon Snap hasn't really done the same type of memorable things, is because it was our first real look at the Pokemon 3D world, seeing the Pokemon interact within a 3D world. That being new, something really, really cool that we hadn't seen before. It was exciting. And of course, 13, 14-year-old me was just obsessed with it, as with all my friends. This Pokemon Arceus captures that same type of feeling. It's, open areas to a certain degree. It's full of discovering Pokemon. Finding shinings is the easiest it's ever been, but it's also hard, and it's also not like...
It's the easiest and the hardest.
Well, I mean...
It's the tallest but the shortest.
Not traditionally, ever since Pokemon X and Y, the shiny rate has been 1 in every 4,800 407. Or
That's
400.
too high for me to even care.
But then you can actually get, obviously, things in order to lessen those shiny odds or get re-rolls,
Okay.
basically. So
Okay.
if, for example, you complete a Pokedex entry for a Pokemon, you get 2 re-rolls. If you have the shiny charm and the Pokemon and during an outbreak, you get 3 re-rolls. And the odds go down. So if you have absolutely everything, which includes completely 100% in the game, basically, you get 1 in 180 chance of finding a shiny.
It's not too bad.
Having said that, I've come across 2 shinies in this game already.
What were they?
I'll get to one of them a bit later on, but just
Okay.
yesterday I got a shiny Tangela.
I don't know what that is. Oh, is that the thing that looks like spaghetti down the bottom?
Yep, and 2 eyes.
Like a big bowl of wool?
Yeah, they're usually purple, but this one was green, and it came up in a
I also
outbreak.
found 2 naturally, which was impressive.
So you got a Routes.
I got a shiny Routes and a shiny Bidoof, the Destroyer of Worlds.
Oh, yeah, cool. I'll get
Bidoof?
into my first shiny that I found. It was at the very start of the game. So we're talking about Alpha Pokemon. We can see on the screen here the Alpha Rapidash.
That just drowned itself? Dark.
No, that was Ponyta. The big one that you were freaking out about. So they have alpha animals which
All the
can
same.
spawn about 5-6%. And then there's some like this Rapidash we can see on the screen now, which always spawn. Now, these Pokemon are big, fearsome, and tough to beat, especially if you're coming in at a low level. I was exploring, and I had an Alpha Golbat spawn. So
Okay.
it was really above level. It was also shiny. True odds shiny. So the 1 in 4,087 chance of it spawning.
Killed it?
No, it killed me. It completely wiped out my team because I was right at the very start of the game. I could do nothing. So I put up photos in the Discord and a video in our Discord. So you can join over at bit.ly/hack the dino, hack the dino, each with a capital letter. Come over and join us. We're all friendly, very people over there. Very friendly people over there. And
Shiny,
you can
happy
see,
people.
Yeah. Well, you can't see a shiny, happy person because it killed me and ran away.
Is this your footy? No, this is Mr. Egan.
Yes, quite clearly.
Did he throw his ball against the rock?
Yeah, you can do that. Numerous times I've lined up to try and snipe a Pokemon and thrown it, and it's just gone dunk and hit a wall or something and just wasted.
So do you have to aim?
Yes, you have to aim.
Alright.
It's like Monster Hunter World, pretty much, but instead of fighting, you do fight, but it's more about catching, which is what I really like about the Pokemon games. I like finishing that Pokedex. It's really, really, really hitting that itch that I had,
Do you know what my post game is for games?
putting it in the box.
It's not a different game.
The interactions between Pokemon also is awesome. So if you have like Pokemon and you bring out an alpha or a big scary Pokemon, the little Pokemon that you're fighting against freaks out about it and will like run away, or it'll go, "Ah!"
So that's counterproductive because you want to be able to catch that little bastard. don't you?
Exactly. So, it's not happens all the time. It's just a really nice animation. I was watching another YouTuber called It's Super Effective. They got a podcast as well, Pokemon podcast. And he was showing there's a mission where you have a Mr. Mime in the village.
Oh, fuck.
And
there you go.
he pulled out his Mr. Mime and threw it in front of...
Did they mime each other?
They did, but even better,
Inception.
once his Mr. Mime was thrown out of the ball, the Mr. Mime that was in the village stopped and waved at him. And then his Mr. Mime waved at that other Mr. Mime. They like greeted each other.
Oh,
The Pokemon interact when you bring them together. It's really, really cool.
I would have mimed my Call of Duty weapon and shot them both.
That was last show. You missed out.
Oh.
You actually also get to choose when the Pokemon evolve. So once you
Oh.
reach a level, their icon flashes and it says evolve. And you can choose to evolve them whenever you want.
So you can choose not to evolve them. As
Correct.
Well. But is there an advantage to doing that?
Well, obviously they get different abilities, different moves. They become stronger.
If you
evolve, but if you
there's
don't
an
evolve,
advantage to not evolving them,
I don't think so
or
because
is it just because you might like that one the way it looks?
well, yeah, my Brilliant Diamond, I didn't evolve my Chimchar for the whole game, and he was with me the whole time. I just refused to evolve him.
Okay, I thought you couldn't not evolve them.
No, you just cancel the evolution. It just means every time he levels up after level 16, you have to press B to cancel the evolution.
Oh, okay. I never noticed that. So here's a question: if you catch a shiny Pokemon and then it goes to evolve, does it evolve into another shiny? Okay.
It certainly does.
Keeps its shiny status.
It keeps its shiny status.
Status.
I also found a huge glitch, which again I put up in our Discord. Feel free to join. Just hackthedino.com. There's a Discord link there. It was quite surreal. I don't think I can explain it fairly, but basically off in the distance was a Psyduck, and there was just these massive graphic lines coming out of it, like massive flashes, and it was a really big glitch. You saw it, didn't you, Anto?
Did you put it on your Instagram? Because I can pull that up.
Yeah, it'd been on my Instagram somewhere, but I wouldn't bother. It's not that good.
Yeah, we'll do it
I'd rather people go to hackthedino.com.
Go to hackthedino.com
and join our Discord. That would be a good way to see it.
Not right this very second, maybe in about an hour and a half.
Yeah, good idea. I really like how the person playing this game gets to choose how difficult they want it to be.
Oh, I like that.
So pretty much,
Baby ass.
I was underleveled throughout the whole game. So the final bosses, I guess, I was about 15 levels underneath them.
Jesus.
And it was tough, but it was doable because I ended up to do it. And I'm not the world's greatest Pokemon player. I know the very basics from competitive battling years and years and years ago, but not much more than that. I haven't really kept up with it. One aspect I really like, so you have to defeat 5 noble Pokemon, which are big Pokemon that have been imbued with this mystical lightning and they've gone into a rage, and you have to throw their favorite food at them in order to calm them down. And it's like puzzles, like jumping out the way and countering and parrying and whatnot.
Like a normal combat style.
Yeah, and just throw these bags.
Brawler almost.
Yeah, throw these bags at the Pokemon until they calm down. The best part about these, as obviously they get harder as you go through the 5.
Yep.
If you don't succeed and black out, as Pokemon put it, they give you the option to firstly continue on with the battle or leave, which is good.
That is cool. I like that.
Secondly, they allow you, if you wish, to reset the enemy health bar or continue from where the enemy health bar is.
All right, that's cool.
Isn't that rad?
Yeah, that's cool.
So,
see, I feel like that's the kind of accessibility option that the crowd that want Dark Souls to be easier needs.
Yeah,
like,
so you can
keep
play
the
Dark
difficulty
Souls.
the same, just make it less punishing.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
I would play Dark Souls if it had that.
yeah, and the thing is, you've got the choice to do it.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't want to do it, go, no, I want to do it honorably and actually get it all, you can. But if you just want to cheese it, like me
too.
you can just try your best and then go, no, I'll start again. Really, really good. Really great accessibility, as Anto just said. Love it. Great idea. I think it's a fantastic step into the way I'm hoping Pokemon games go from now on. It was a change from the typical Pokemon storyline, but it was very Pokemon storyline. Very, very safe.
I mean, Pokemon are always pretty safe, aren't they? Like,
I don't know, it was pretty dark. You fall through a rift in space-time, get told, hey, go out into
Spoilers!
the wild. That's the beginning of the game.
Yeah, some people haven't played the beginning of the game.
If you've watched the first trailer for it, you know that.
Anyway, in this first week, 6.5 million copies were sold.
Shit.
And this outpaced Sword and Shield for the same period. And Sword and Shield is currently the second best-selling main series Pokemon game. So it's doing very, very well. Although I have heard it's not doing well with the younger crowd. It's doing very well with sort of like the older audience.
the people that don't have time.
Yeah. But what I want to know is, Floppy, are
Yes,
you
mate.
intending on playing this?
Yes, but not anytime soon.
I highly recommend, after you get through Horizon,
Yeah.
definitely giving it a go. I think you'll really enjoy
We'll
it.
see, because my thing is, like, not growing up with Pokemon and not having that super huge connection. Like, I like Pokemon. I've come to like and enjoy Pokemon as an old man that I am. I can't play 2 in a row. I can't even
Fair
probably play 2 and then skip one and then play another one. I'd have to have quite a bit in between.
Look, to be honest, I'm a massive Pokemon fan. I play one when they come out, usually in November, and that'll last me a month, 2 months, and then I'm pretty good not playing any, and I start to get that itch around September, October again.
And November comes along.
So when November comes around, bang, Pokemon time.
I will play it. I'll play it later in the year. I feel like I'm a little bit over Diamond just because of I don't particularly like grindy stuff, which of course is a lot of Pokemon. I also made a bit of a faux pas with Diamond, and I didn't get Fly straight away I was legit talking to my partner. I was like, man, I'm fucking walking all over this shit for so long. Takes me forever. And she's like, don't you have Fly? And I was like, no, I don't. And turns out I just missed picking it up. Had to go back and do it. Now I can Fly.
Anto?
See, I'm probably... I used to be in a similar boat to you. I used to, get the itch to play the game. Then one would come along sort of 6 months after I was done playing the last one. But I fell off hard after Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield sort of soured me on the series. Brilliant Diamond. Maybe I should have just played Platinum. And yeah, this one, from the minute I booted it up, I was like, yeah, this is this is like Red and Blue and Heart Gold and Soul Silver for me. This is like super important. So
Yeah. I remember...
yeah, I want this to be the future of the series.
You came around, obviously, to set up the show and saw me playing it a little bit. And I distinctively remember you, Anto, saying, I really hope I like this because Sword and Shield for me just wasn't
Yeah.
what it needed to be. 2 days later, I came around your house and you went, oh my God, it's so good.
Yep.
And even in the Discord, I'm sure you saw it, Floppy.
I did.
Everyone in the Discord was all playing it at the
Yeah,
same time,
yeah,
all talking about our experiences. Oh my God, do you see that
There
alpha?
was
What
a
the hell's going on?
Really good community going on.
Except for Dylan the villain. He isn't into Pokemon, and we don't judge him for it. It's
No,
fine.
not at all. But Dylan, you need to play this. You need to play this, Dylan the villain.
This would probably get you into it if you don't like Pokemon already.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it.
So I did mention before we have a really cool Discord full of really cool people over at hackthedino.com. You can find all the links there. But also what you can find at hackthedino.com are all the other things we do, such as podcasts over on Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, all the podcast apps. You can actually leave a 5-star review for us on Spotify and iTunes. And if you do that, that'd be a massive help. And if you get your friends to do it, even if you steal your partner's phone and without them knowing, just going in there and giving us a 5-star and typing up how awesome we are, we'd really appreciate that abuse of trust. Just really, if you could sacrifice and put in danger the relationship you have with a significant other.
I mean, it's not really an abuse. It's just,
It's
a stretch. It's a stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could ask permission first, but who wants to live like that?
Ask permission after. Better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
That's right. And you can also catch
it?
us. Yeah, one of them.
Or is it the other way around?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Yeah. Ooh, okay.
You can also
Let us
catch
know
us
in the Discord what happens.
over on Facebook and on Instagram. At our social media guru Anto is always busily going on around and about and above and below all the social media news things. Good job, Anto.
I'm trying to find a balance between waking up at like 4, going to work at 11, going to bed at like 7:55. I'm just trying
That's in
to
the
find a
morning,
balance for
ladies
this
and
stuff to
gentlemen.
be posted more regularly. So I apologize if there's been a dip recently.
No, look, it doesn't matter as long as they go up. Like algorithms, people see them at all different times anyway. It doesn't matter.
Speaking of regularly,
Regularly,
or not regularly at all, Nintendo Directs.
yeah, yeah. Nintendo Direct was yesterday. It
was.
We're gonna rate it. We're gonna grade it. We're gonna tell us what everything was good.
4 out of 10.
No, but not yet. That comes at the end.
A little premature.
Jeez. We should have known that from the orgy before.
Hey, that's not fair.
That is a low blow.
That is a very low blow.
Which again was Anto doing in the orgy before.
Oh, I feel like you're
leave.
probably not saying
So
anything.
first up on the Nintendo directive, we had Fire Emblem.
How happy was Ben to see
Not
this?
at all. I don't want to talk about it. It's a bad time for
Why
me.
would that be, Ben?
Because I counter chose a Fire Emblem game in my
Yes,
Fantasy
you
Critic.
did.
However, I checked just before. It's not changed, and there's a separate entry for this. So I think I may have cheesed it. I think I may have gotten away with it.
way.
As soon as Fire Emblem came up, I went, oh, no.
Are you kidding?
I thought my 2-year streak of Fantasy Critic was in trouble, but no, I think I might be in luck. Ooh, but yeah, Fire Emblem. Lots of people are excited about Fire Emblem. Floppy, have you ever played any Fire Emblem games?
I have never finished one because they are very, very long games. As you can see, Anto's fell asleep. No, but I did begin Three Houses, which this one's based on,
It is one.
and it was really cool. And it would be one that I go back to maybe when I'm on holidays.
Okay, Anto, what do you think?
About Fire Emblem in general,
Yeah.
or...
Is this what Fire Emblem is? Because it just looks like another Muso.
No. So Fire Emblem is a tactical RPG very similar to Advance Wars, like it,
Right.
same systems, like tactical sort of turn-based battle kind of stuff. As far as like Warriors games go, I'm all for them. I just don't care for Fire Emblem sort of post Radiant Dawn era.
Did not realize that this was a Warriors game, which means it's not a part of my Fantasy Critic. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm still in it. Yes.
But yeah, like, I don't know. Something about everything after Ike was the last main character has sort of turned me off of it, because I'm past the point in life where I care about schoolgirls in thigh-high socks going out onto a battlefield not wearing any armor. Like,
Because we're doing real orgies over here.
I don't know. Fire Emblem kind of makes me uncomfortable now. And, that's not to say people can't enjoy it, just it's not for me. Don't care anymore.
Floppy, what came up next that we're going to look at in the Nintendo Direct?
Next was something that I thought was really cool.
Yeah?
Because it's like FIFA but fun.
Yep.
It's Mario Strikers Battle League Football.
Did you ever play the GameCube version of this? Or?
I didn't, but I recently procured it.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
So I have it.
The Wii or the GameCube version?
I had the Wii one, and I recently got the GameCube one.
You got the GameCube one?
I think so.
You son of a...
Gun.
Yeah. Gosh darn it. Curses.
But yeah, this looked like a lot of fun. Like I was talking about it with some people who worked at it. They were asking what it was, and I was like, "It's FIFA, but fun."
Yeah. I was watching this with my daughter. I made her sit down and watch the whole Nintendo Direct with me because I don't get
Do you have to make them?
Parker used to be always up for it. Used to always love watching these with me, but she's 14 now, and I'm not cool anymore.
I'll give you the hot tip, mate. You ain't never been cool.
I was to her at one stage.
She was 4. Let it go.
Never. She was watching it. Mario just drop kick Luigi. I laughed at that.
Into the stands.
But in one of the cutscenes, Bowser picks up the ball and breathes fire on it. She just goes, "Well, that's not allowed. That's a handball."
Good on it.
And that was her comment on it. Anto, what do you think about Strikers?
Personally, I'm kind of excited for it.
Yeah?
I'm not sort of really into sports. The closest I get to caring about sports is watching like basketball anime or boxing anime. Mostly.
How good is the
sports
basketball anime stuff?
But yeah, no, I played this on the Wii back in the day. I played the what was it? Mario Strikers Charged, I think was the Wii version.
Yep.
I had a great time with it. Like, it's not so much that I don't like sports. I just don't like sort of the... I don't know. I don't
Toxic
like the
masculinity?
crazy amounts of money that gets thrown at people for kicking a ball around for 90 minutes.
So much money.
I don't know. It just seems weird. But yeah, this looks like a great time. And 8-player local multiplayer, like,
That's
holy
cool.
crap.
Yeah.
That's a cool thing. We're missing a lot of good multiplayer games. I actually got NBA Jam vibes off this game.
Dude, NBA Jam is so much fun. But yeah, I think this is going to be a lot of fun. I'll play this.
Oh, I think I'll give it a go. Maybe we can do a couch co-op stream or something.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Like if there's 8 people, I'm sure we can get some hosts and former hosts.
We could
and
pay
guests.
some people to be friends and play with us.
End of year Hack The Dino 8-player football league.
Maybe.
Nintendvania in the chat has proposed a Hack the Dino Patreon online match.
Ooh, that could be fun.
If you'd like to be a part of that, head on over to Hack the... I'm plugging this a lot this week.
If you want to...
HackTheDino.com, Patreon link. Join us, and we'll talk about that later. What we're going to talk about now, though, is the Splatoon 3 trailer that came out. And is it just me, or was this weird as hell? Like...
yeah, I found it kind of a little bit underwhelming, I guess. The music was kind of cool.
Underwhelming. For me, Splatoon is that jazzy funk.
Yeah.
Like really funky, really high pace, high octane, colourful, bright, happy. You feel just energetic playing it. And this, obviously, it's an apocalyptic setting from what we've gathered, but it just seems like such a downer. Like,
It
God.
did seem a little darker than you would expect.
Yeah, and even, again, Parker was watching it with me, and she was a big Splatoon fan back in the day. You know, those days being 6 years ago. And, yeah, even she said, it's really dark. So, obviously, it was only the co-op mode, which is releasing as part of Splatoon 3 this year. I think they wanted to show that it... Because it's also got a single-player campaign and a co-op mode, and, obviously, the Splatoon multiplayer extravaganza. So... I mean, I don't know. I'll play it because Splatoon's always a fun game. It's a really cool IP that Nintendo have come up with, one of the only new ones in previous years. I'm looking forward to it. Floppy, what about you?
Look, I'm not a huge fan. I've got the Splatoon and I played it for a little bit. It's fun to play with someone else, but it's essentially multiplayer Call of Duty.
Yep.
For people that don't want to play Call of Duty.
Yep.
It's not really my jam. It's not something I'd put a lot of time into, but I'll definitely give it a crack with people. It'd be fun to play with others. I wouldn't play single player.
No? Anto?
Splatoon's one of the only, I guess, multiplayer shooters I've ever played where I haven't cared about being competent.
Because every game ever.
When you're us, it just
comes naturally.
It's just like whenever we sit down and play Fortnite, Floppy and I are just like, all right, what are we going to do? We're going to mess around. We're not going to win, so we might as well have a good time.
And then we don't win.
No, so we're never disappointed.
I don't know, we got pretty lucky months ago. Floppy had to run to the bathroom, I think, when we were playing and hid in a bush. And I had a team of 4 people run past me and had to kill them on my own. It was pretty fun.
That was pretty funny, actually.
But yeah, no, Splatoon, I don't know. It's one of those games you can pick up, and regardless of what your intent is, the goal is to cover arenas in paint, not to kill people. Mm-hmm. So you can just go in and, mess around and have a good time. Like it's just
much like the orgy we had earlier.
Can you stop bringing up the goddamn orgy?
I like that you're now saying it like it was a thing that actually happened. It got into your head.
No, it was on my head. Then we had,
Easy target.
well, when you do. All right, I'm not. We're going to look at some ports that are coming because the Switch is very fast becoming a port system.
Why? And why wouldn't it?
Oh well, if these games sell, awesome.
Yeah.
I love having old games.
Front mission first.
Yeah, Floppy, is this a you game?
It's gonna be.
Yeah, I thought you
I
might
haven't
be.
played the front mission games, but I've always been aware of them, and I like dystopian future, and I like mechs. And I like upgrading mechs to be cool and destroy things. So yeah, this really took my fancy. I like the designs. The gameplay looks kind of cool. So yeah, I'll definitely give it a shot. I think didn't these come out in like PS2, PS3?
I think they were PS1 games.
PS1?
PS1, PS2, because there were some sequels past number 3.
Now, are these remasters or they're just right-click save as .switch?
I think they're ports / remakes.
Right.
Yeah,
like
this is the remake of the first one, isn't it? Or
yeah,
a
they're
port
sort of
of
like
it.
enhanced port remake things
Yeah.
with like touch-ups and a few quality of life things. Yeah.
All right, second port of the Nintendo Direct was Star Wars Force Unleashed.
Great games.
Yep, I
Great
popped
games.
for this one.
Won't be playing them on the Switch.
No?
Nah, they look a bit... I've still got my PS3 copies and a PS3. I'll play them on that.
I've still got my Wii copies. I got them gifted to me on the Wii. I
Great
played
games. I
Played the
think
first one. It was
Everyone
great.
should play them. If you haven't had an opportunity to play them and you've only got a Switch, play them on the Switch.
Yep.
Everyone should play these games. They are fantastic. The story at the time was canon. Or was made canon.
Yep.
Not now, since the Disney takeover, but that's another thing. Great stories,
Sorry, I had to
great
find footage.
characters. I loved it.
Yeah. Anto, you ever play these?
Did you see the pop-in on his face just then? Jeez.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I did play these. I stupidly played the worst version of this game, which was the PC port
On
a
the
few years ago.
Game.com?
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
It has, at least from what I played of the PC port, it had the potential to be fantastic. I just think I didn't play it on the right system at the time, which was the PS3, 360, etc.
Well, now you can play it on the best system, and that's the Switch.
I probably won't.
Everyone should play them. Everyone that's a Star Wars fan should play those games. They are fantastic.
Next in ports Direct, we had the Ezio collection of Assassin's Creed.
Another collection of games that are fantastic. Ezio's story is my favourite in the Assassin's Creed games.
Yeah?
Yep.
You seem to be in the majority there. Assassin's Creed people, generally all of them love Black Flag and Ezio's
I
story.
think you'll find number 2 is generally highly regarded as the best storytelling.
Right.
And also it introduced some of the coolest gameplay features when it comes to like your base building, looking after your, I think it's Montenegro or something it's called.
Mm-hmm.
The story of Ezio, who was not an assassin, but his father was, and he came into being an assassin by avenging his your family's
Sorry, what
death.
did he do?
Came into being. But he's the only character so far that's had more than one game. So he had number 2, and then he had Revelations Brotherhood, and then Revelations. So he's the only person that's carried through 3 games, and they did a great job. It was really good storytelling, set up great lore. Yeah, definitely. I don't know. Once again, I don't know how they play on the Switch. I haven't played an Assassin's Creed on the Switch, but there's been a few ports, so they must be doing all right.
Well, I mean, it's a 360 game, so it should run very smoothly
Yeah,
on the Switch.
I'm pretty sure Black Flag and number 3 came to the Switch, and they ran, comparably to the 360 and PS3 versions. So,
I feel like they had a great balance between story, side quests, and base building. Like they had the little collectathons, which is collect all your feathers and things like that, and pages of the codex and stuff. There wasn't too many of them. You could actually do it all without grinding too hard, and most of it just while you're on your way to doing your stories.
All right, I've put this one here because I knew either Floppy or Anto would want to talk about it. I don't have any footage though, so very quickly.
that's okay.
Floppy,
I can find footage. What are we looking at?
talk us through the next port.
SD Gundam Battle Alliance. I'm not sure what type of game it is, but SD Gundams is SD stands for Super Deformed.
Really?
So that's the little squash guys. They look
So it's a chibi.
yeah, they look like chibi
Yeah, Chibi Gundams.
Yeah, cool.
So they're called Super Deformed. I'm assuming, is this a battle game? Is it as a fighting game?
Yeah, so it's not a fighting game. It's very similar to there was a game that came out I think on PS3, maybe PS4 a couple of years ago called Gundam Breaker.
That was PS4, yeah. Or New Breaker came out on PS4.
Yeah, new Gundam Breaker, where you basically just go into battlefields, fight other mobile suits / Gundams, because there is a distinction.
Yes.
And you basically just chew through enemies to get parts to make your Gundam better to get through the story more easily.
Yeah, it's Monster Hunter with Gundams.
Yeah, it's That, but better because it's Gundam.
Yeah, everything's better if you put Gundam in it.
What about Pokemon?
No,
No?
no.
Okay.
Yeah, but a smoothie with Pokemon in it.
Yes, delicious.
Yeah, that Bulbmander.
Then we also had a nice surprise. The Portal Companion Collection.
So good. If you haven't played Portal, freaking get this and play Portal.
Portal 2 is possibly one of the greatest games ever made. I'm
I
going to
won't
state
argue
that
with
here.
that. I won't argue with that. The Portal are great puzzle games, excellent writing, great voice acting in both of them.
Yep. Gladys
Um,
is great.
Who was it that voiced Gladys?
Cannot recall.
I
And-
kind of know this off the top of my head, but
And the one from the second
it's
one,
just not
or was it
coming.
the one from the first one, was the English comedian.
Anyway.
Anyway, doesn't matter. They're great.
I saw for the first time today a death animation that I'd not seen before from Portal 2.
Oh, really?
It was a part where when Gladys is the potato, spoilers,
Yeah.
and you're falling down the bottomless pit or the bottomless shaft, and Gladys is just,
The what?
yeah, you heard, all of it. You're falling down, and Gladys is just ripping into you with this thick layer of sarcasm. And like as they're going down, Gladys just goes, "Oh, hang on a sec. Good, my slow cap emote is still working."
Oh.
Anyway, and just talks about blah blah blah, and you thought it'd be a good idea to do this.
I'm
Oh, good,
pretty,
it's still working.
pretty sure that's shortly after she says, "Look at you soaring gracefully through the air like a blimp."
Yeah. Really, you have to play Portal if you haven't played it before. And honestly, Switch is probably a pretty good system to play it on.
I think it'll work well on Switch. Yeah. I wonder if they'll incorporate touch controls for your Portal gun.
Ooh, that would be cool.
I'd be surprised if gyro wasn't in there somehow, or motion controls of some degree.
Yeah. Oh, they'll have to be.
Then we had a game that I've actually never heard of, but when this popped up, I had the insane and ridiculous fury of this thought, which is quite simply, why isn't this Chrono Trigger? I'm talking, of course, about Live Alive, a Japanese-only release which is getting remastered, and you can see from the footage that Anto's about to put up over here at youtube.com/hackthedino, that it's beautiful. It's
looks
that
great.
mixture of 3D,
2.5D?
16-bit, yeah, 2.5D, 16-bit pixel art. It looks amazing, and I would love to see Chrono Trigger in this. Anto, do you know anything about this series?
Not beyond what people have been sharing sort of recently. Like, I knew the game existed. It's just one of those things that never, ever left Japan. For whatever reason, I don't know. But this game is credited somewhat heavily as the reason that, Final Fantasy 4, 5, 6 and onwards changed the way they did. Like, this is responsible for JRPGs sort of becoming what they did. So, it's quite important.
Yeah.
And it's good that it's coming finally to the West for the first time
But seriously, this should be how Chrono Trigger is remade, right?
Yeah, agreed.
100%?
100%.
100%.
Which is great considering the next remake.
Yeah.
Next one we had was
Floppy?
Chrono Cross.
These guys trolled me so hard. So the announcer, the English
You
announcer
could say
for
it
this,
made Ben Chrono Cross.
the announcer for this, like, they announced Chrono Cross and I got excited. And the announcer said something like, "We bring you 2 fantastic remakes, Chrono Cross." And I went, they said 2. Oh my God, are we getting Chrono Trigger? Oh my God. And I went, no, you're getting Radical Dreamers, which isn't a bad thing.
It's just not what you want.
Yeah, I mean, Chrono Cross is the sequel to Chrono Trigger. It deals with alternate realities as opposed to traveling through time.
Sequel.
Your sequel.
Is it a spiritual sequel?
No, it's set in the world. That's why
Okay.
they, in the Akira Toriyama cutscenes in Chrono Trigger, the new ending, the 13th
Yep.
ending, they have Luca find a baby. And that baby,
Oh, okay.
I think, if I'm correct, grows up to be Surge.
So I'd never really watched much footage of this, and I get real Sierra adventure game
Yep.
vibes from it, like Monkey Island, the quest games, that sort of thing from it.
Well, Radical Dreamers. Anto, do you know much about Radical Dreamers?
I know it's a text-based prequel
Yep.
/ tie-in
Only came out on the
to
Satellaview.
Chrono Cross, but it was only like satellite digital service only ever.
And only released in Japan. It was by the development team of Chrono Trigger, and it was used to sort of... Well, basically, the story elements that were put into Radical Dreamers were then taken and made into Chrono Cross. So Surge is in it. There was a character called Kid who was going to be revealed to be Magus, but that got cut from the game. But really, really excited. I've only ever played it or tried to play it once with a fan edit because obviously it only came out in Japanese and I can't read Japanese and couldn't back then either. Funny how time works. Linear and stuff.
Especially considering the games are about time.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. No physical edition. No physical edition. Yet. Come on, limited run.
Fingers crossed for limited run.
Floppy, you going to play it?
Yeah, I'm going to check it out. Definitely.
Same. I think Anto and I were having this
Depends
conversation.
on what price it is.
Well, I think Anto and I decided we're both going to get it on the PS5, and then when it's on special, we'll get it on the Switch as well.
Of course you will.
But what I really like is they've enhanced the soundtrack.
Yes.
And this game is renowned for having one of the most gorgeous orchestral soundtracks of any game ever. Because Chrono Trigger was amazing, but this stuff is a whole new level.
Anyone who hasn't listened to the soundtrack for Chrono Cross just needs to Google, YouTube, what's it called?
Tell the story, mate.
Can't remember. Either way, just go and Google the main opening theme for Chrono Cross. It's one of the most beautiful pieces of music you'll ever listen to in a video game.
Okay, so next for the next game we're going to talk about, I know Floppy's going to have some words about it, but I just want to read this exact quote from the Nintendo Direct, again from the fantastic English announcer. They said, quote, join Kirby on another unforgettable adventure. Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Huh? Do you see the problem there? Join Kirby on an unforgettable adventure in Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
I don't see a problem.
You don't see the problem?
Look at that.
You don't see the problem of an unforgettable...
I mean, if the land was forgotten once, then how do we know it's not going to be unforgettable?
Do you think it was possibly lost in translation?
Maybe.
I think that the Kirby curse is at us again.
The Kirby curse.
The Kirby curse.
He's eating a fucking car. This thing looks so cool.
What did you think of this, the Kirby
Oh,
car?
dude, I can't
Or,
wait.
as I called it in our Discord, Carby.
Yes, Kirby. Look, I was keen anyway, as it is, to play this. And then I saw him eating a car. And I was like, fuck yeah. I'm in. I'm going to munch on a building.
You can munch it. Have you seen the other memes that have come out? Like, literally straight after the presentation.
Yeah.
They had the VLC icon come out with
and it was Kirby.
Because at one point, Kirby eats a witch's hat.
Witch's hat looks like VOC. Yeah. No, this looks great. I am super keen. I was already keen. That's so great. My partner is a massive Kirby fan, so I can't wait to watch her play this and just squee all over the place.
Like the orgy we had before. Anto, what about you?
I'm pretty excited for it. It just looks like Super Kirby-O Odyssey, so
Yep.
I'm kind of down.
I hadn't thought of that.
I showed the trailer to Coda, I think, when I woke up today or either yesterday. I don't know. Time is not a linear thing for me at the moment. And Coda's normally a Spyro or nothing kind of gal. And this made her go, yeah, no, I want to play this. This looks great. So, you know, if it can convert someone who typically normally plays purple characters and not pink ones, then I think it's going to be a good time.
Like that's your defining thing. Like if they normally play purple, this will make you play pink.
Unlike the orgy before, because we were both playing purple. Okay, I'll stop.
If everyone sees me move quickly and then Ben collapse on the floor, don't worry about it. It's meant to happen.
I have had it pointed out in the chat that children are watching this. So,
yeah, maybe
kids,
stop
an
throwing
orgy
out
is when
words.
a bunch of adults.
No.
We all get together and play Pokemon cards. It's called an
Yes.
orgy. In fact, kids, go and ask your friends at school for an orgy.
Oh God, don't do that. As someone who has young children, don't do that.
Triple Indie.
Kingdom Hearts Cloud version. Anto, talk us through this.
Just very quickly, Triple Indie just pointed out that DeviantArt has been going nuts with Kirby because of mouthful mode.
Oh, no.
And, like, honestly, I
Let's
saw
talk
something
about
earlier
Kingdom
that
Hearts
made
real
me
quick.
think terrible stuff.
Anto, Kingdom Hearts Cloud version.
Yes. Let me find the stuff for it. Hang on.
Okay.
Game Boy Dad hates you now, by the way.
Oh, good. That wasn't hard. Actually, it was hard. It usually takes a lot quicker time.
Don't. Fuck. I sometimes like to be able to show this show to my kids too.
There we go. Here we
Not
go.
just
I'm
my
sorry.
2-year-old.
Anto,
So-
you are a massive Kingdom Hearts. In fact, you are, out of all the Kingdom Hearts fans I know, you are easily the one who understands the story.
I think he's the only one that understands the story.
I wouldn't say 100% because
Only person I know that's played them a bajillion times.
I can tell you enough to kind of make it make sense. if you're willing to let me skip a game entirely.
All right, well, instead of that, cloud version. What's the issue?
Cloud version, the issue is if you don't have a connection that is reasonably quick, it's gonna suck to play. Even on lower difficulty modes, Kingdom Hearts isn't sort of known for technical execution. It's very much you can just sort of button mash your way through the game and succeed.
My type of game.
But if you play it on normal or higher difficulty modes, you kind of need to understand the systems. You need to pay attention, effectively, to what they're telling you. A cloud connection is not going to be great for that, especially if you want to do things like secret boss challenges and, post-game content. Some of those challenges are some of the hardest bosses in 3D action adventure games. And a cloud connection where inputs drop and shit goes wrong, it's not going to be a good time. They probably could have gotten away with releasing the PS3 ports of 1.5 and 2.5 HD Remix, and then done a cloud version of 3. I don't know why they didn't do that. To me, I don't know. Maybe it was convenience. Maybe it's just laziness.
A weird choice.
I don't know.
Yeah, cloud versions, especially if you're in Australia like we are,
Or
not
just
the best way.
Not a major city in other countries, or unless you live in Denmark. Denmark's great.
Well, I know a lot of these cloud version games, they're making you download, before you pay and your transaction goes through, they make you download and play like half an hour of it or something to see if your connection
works, yeah.
can actually put up with it. So hopefully that goes here and you're not out of pocket, although it is Square Enix, so who knows?
You know what I know?
What do you know?
I'm heaps keen for the next one.
Yeah, so am I. I shouted really loudly when this came up. I'm talking, of course, about Nintendo Switch Sports, the sequel to Wii Sports. Oh, man.
Switch Sports?
Switch Sports.
This looks great. I don't know if you meant to write on the run sheet, I popped or I pooped.
Popped.
Okay.
It's a wrestling term.
All right.
Triple Indy knows.
Like you popped off, or?
No. So in wrestling terminology, a pop is like a
Oh, okay. So you
like a cheer.
You get excited.
Yeah.
All right.
Right,
So I'm
okay.
super keen for this because I think pretty much everyone has been waiting for this, haven't they?
Hell yeah.
Because there are so many people that got a Wii just to play Wii Sports.
Yep.
They probably have a Switch or are waiting to get a Switch to play Wii Sports.
Yep. Can you imagine if they release a Switch with this packed in? Oh man, I'd buy it just
everyone
because
will
of
get
that.
Oh, they absolutely will.
Have you seen what they're bringing out as well? Have you seen the leg strap so that you can
Yes.
kick the... I hope you can use that to play Mario football.
That would be cool.
But yeah, I think they needed to do this. I was just a little surprised they hadn't done it yet. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm super keen. As long as they got bowling, I'm done.
Yep. I agree. They obviously got golf. They got all the original games, don't they? And then added like
you'd have
volleyball. And
tennis.
Boxing is missing.
boxing's missing.
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting. Boxing was kind of lame anyway. But
Yeah, no, super keen. April 29th, so not far away.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
should
super
probably
close.
get my pre-ordering.
You can play test this, can't you?
Yes.
There is a demo, yes.
19th to the 20th of this month. And I think they encourage you to try and break it as much as you can. Mm-hmm. So they can just iron out all the bugs.
Cool. Oh, good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward
That's what you should do.
to
That's excellent.
doing my Mii again because I haven't done it since my Mii on my Switch is the same one that I had way back in the Wii. You know, you could put it with an amiibo and transfer it up through your systems.
Oh, me! I thought you said I'm looking forward to doing my knee, and I'm like, what, you get
Yeah,
that
I thought you said
active
that
to
as well.
do
And I
your
was like,
knee?
why would you want to hurt yourself?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, no, I got you.
face like this. Yeah, I really looking forward to doing that and just playing bowling again and reliving my 20s.
Fantastic.
You know what else is fantastic?
Metroid Dread.
Metroid Dread. Not
Metroid
only
Dread
does
is
it have
fantastic.
a Dread hard mode
Oh,
out
fuck
now,
off. No way am I playing that.
it also has a baby mode.
That is a good one. But I'm not
Oh
gonna play it again.
yeah.
Yeah, I was super keen to see this because it might get people who are a little possibly put off to jump in and play. It's a free update anyway, so...
Now, I own this, Floppy. I purchased it over the Christmas break with the idea of playing it
Yeah, you
in
didn't
the
know,
downtime.
didn't you?
No, it was always my intention to get it and then wait until... So I had a Christmas bonus, so I
Yes.
got it. I'll wait until there's no games to play, then I'll crack it out. Should I put it on baby mode, or do you think I can do it on normal mode?
I think you... dude, I can do it. I did it on normal mode.
Yep.
You'll do it on normal mode.
sure?
I did do it on easy mode.
Yeah, but not baby mode.
No, I didn't use baby mode. I finished it on easy mode, and I didn't have that much of a problem. I think I finished it. The only problem I had was with a couple of bosses, and then I spoke to Anto and got some tips.
Right. Anto, what do you think?
I'm pretty keen for it. I like the fact that they've gone, hey, we're making Dread harder and easier.
Yeah, both of them is good.
I've got a weird sort of opinion on accessibility in video games. Like, I believe games should be playable for everyone, but I also am of the opinion that, artistic vision is something that should be respected to a degree. You shouldn't design a game that, someone of lesser ability can't play entirely. But yeah, the fact that they've gone, hey, here's hard mode for you sadists, and here's easy mode for you, people who want to play on easy mode, it's just good because more people should play it. It's a fantastically designed game. It's just fun, and the more people who get to play it, the better. Easy mode itself, like rookie mode as they're calling it, it doesn't take the challenge away entirely. It just lets you heal more. You still take damage the same way you would, enemy AI hasn't changed. You just heal more when you get pickups and stuff.
Now,
So definitely use the amiibos.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, good. I got
The
them
first
too.
time you use them, he gives you an extra missile bar, an extra health bar.
Extra health tank, extra missile tank.
Yeah, an extra tank. And if you use them once a day to fill them up.
Yep.
So, do you think that this was done to capitalize on the game's success? Because I don't think they foresaw it being as successful as it
Yeah,
was.
100%. I absolutely think. I think they've done it so that people that have got it and finished it keep playing it on hard mode, and people that may have been a little intimidated jump in on baby mode. Absolutely.
I think they are probably trying to capitalize on its success, like you said, Ben. Purely because if Metroid is kept in the sort of public conscious, if you will,
I will.
it's more likely that Prime 4 is going to be successful, and a Prime Trilogy remake would be more
People
successful.
get excited.
The more interest they can garner for Metroid as a series, the more likely we are to see more games. So I think that's a good thing. It's like Nintendo have finally figured out their marketing.
Nintendo. Speaking of Nintendo finally figuring out stuff, they finally figured out how to port over all the Earthbound games, apart from Earthbound 3, which still remains on a desert island in Japan. Switch Online, as of now, you can play Earthbound and Earthbound Beginnings, two great RPGs, especially the first one, which I did think come out on the SNES Mini. I think it was one of those games, if I'm not mistaken.
Didn't only one of them.
Yeah,
Super Nintendo Mini had Earthbound.
but not Earthbound
Not
Beyond-
Beginnings.
Beginnings. Yeah. Anyway, these are great games. Really cool, fun RPGs, really involved. You may recognize Ness and Lucas from such hit games such as Smash Brothers, and that's it.
Yeah, how many people I have found recently that know specific characters purely from Smash Brothers and not from the games they came from?
A lot of them.
Yeah, I didn't realise.
But Earthbound 3 hopefully will come out one day soon. Speaking of games coming out soon, they announced... Now, we spoke about this last show. It's been in some pics as well. Mario Kart 9. As if,
I picked we were going to see Mario Kart 9.
we thought we were going to see, Mario Kart 9, or there were rumors of more Mario Kart coming, and everyone assumed it was Mario Kart 9. But no, it's Mario Kart 8 DLC, which I think is a genius idea.
Deluxe LC?
Sorry?
Deluxe LC?
Deluxe. Okay, sure. So basically, it's a booster course pack, 48 courses coming out over a period of months until 2023.
Is it not 2 packs?
No, it's like 5.
Oh, okay.
5 of 6 packs or something.
But you pay once and get all of it.
So you can pay once, or if you have the expansion plus, so the Nintendo 64 games, get it for free. Which I think is a fantastic idea because it's adding more value to that expansion plus.
Absolutely. I think it's great. That's cool.
Can't wait for some of these. They're all retro courses. I don't think they're putting any new courses in. But even that, there's some fantastic courses in there. They're all great games. Really, really smart to capitalize on the success of Deluxe. It's like the highest selling Switch game ever.
Yeah, it's definitely guaranteed we're not getting Mario Kart 9 this year.
Yeah.
This is still a top seller. So increasing its value and continuing the lifespan of the service, I don't know. I feel like this is the way for them to go, and I don't know what more they could do if they were to release a 9 in terms of mechanics and stuff.
They'd have to completely overhaul it. It'd have to be like a double
I feel like
dash.
this is perfect as is.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think it gives them a little bit more breathing time to work out a really killer Mario Kart 9 gimmick. Again, I was watching this with my daughter Parker, who loves Mario Kart. She's played it more than anything. Mm-hmm. She has just, last weekend, finished 250cc gold on all the courses. So effectively finishing the game. And she was watching this and just went, am I going to have to do more courses? And then 48 came up and she went, oh no!
That's
Sorry,
pretty good.
Parker. Just when you were that close.
And lastly, Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Yeah.
It was heavily rumored, came out of nowhere. I know Triple Indie in the chat was very excited to hear about this. Floppy, what do you think?
I was pretty excited, man. I'm a fan of the series, and this came out, and I was like, oh, is it? Is it? And then I saw the sword, and I was like, yes, it is.
Yeah, I saw the images in the background, like the motifs of the background, and went, oh, yes, I know what this is. Anto, are you a Xenoblade Chronicle 3 fan? Or Xenoblade Chronicle?
Weirdly, no.
Oh.
I have tried on 4 separate occasions now, once on the Wii, twice on 3DS, and once on the Switch, to get into Xenoblade.
Is it the accents?
No. If anything, the British accents are comforting.
I just want to be a driver, Dad.
Get in the barra.
Yeah, no, like, the... stylistically, musically, like, just... Look at it. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it is. It's beautiful.
It should be a game I want to play. Every time I've tried, I've got a tiny, tiny little bit further, but I give up because the battle system sucks. And, like, I know it's going to be controversial to people who love it and understand it, but if it takes 5 attempts for someone who's been playing RPGs since he was 5 to understand it, it's probably not a good one.
Maybe it's simpler than you're trying to believe it is. You're so used to complex ones.
Maybe. And, like, honestly, if there was a crash course that someone could pull me through to get me to understand it, I might be more interested.
Do what I do,
but
mate. Button mash.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm happy people are getting it. I think it's weird that we've got 3 mainline Xenoblade titles on a system before we get, another Zelda or another Mario Kart or another Metroid. But whatever, it's a system seller for a lot of people. So, I'm happy it's coming, but I'm probably never going to play it.
Okay, so what will we give the Direct overall out of 10, let's say? We didn't see any Zelda. We didn't see any new Mario. This was only focused for the first half of the year, so up to June, July. What do we think? Floppy, what would you give it?
I'm going to give it a solid 7.5.
Oh.
I was really impressed with the amount of stuff that's coming soon and the quality of the stuff that's coming. There's not really any shovel shit in there.
Yeah, good call. Anto?
My 4 out of 10 earlier was close to what I wanted to say.
Wow.
Personally, it's maybe a 5.5, 6 out of 10 because there is some really cool stuff that's coming out that I will enjoy. I think, generally, it's probably closer to a 7 or an 8 out of 10 just because of the amount of stuff that's in there for other people. I'm in the camp that, wanted a Metroid announcement or even just another 30 seconds of Zelda. Something more. Like, I wasn't expecting all of the JRPGs we were getting, which, I'm happy for. But, yeah, I don't know. Something about it just... I don't know. I don't know if it was worth me staying up for.
I'm going to give it a 7.5.
I'm going to change mine to an 8.
Okay. I think 7.5 because, likewise, there wasn't heaps in there for me. There was some really big pop moments, like Chrono Cross. Oh, yeah, baby. That automatically brings it up. Switch Sports, hell yes. Mario Kart DLC, yes, please. Strikers, all those games. Some games in there that I'd never heard of before, which I'm looking forward to actually giving a go because they look great. Some nice surprises. So 7.5, 8. I think it was really good. I like Anto, realised that there is stuff in there for a lot of people that they were very excited about. So just because it wasn't aimed at me doesn't mean it was a bad Direct.
Yeah, I think there was no rubbish in there for anyone really.
I think that's fair.
I think it was quality, good spread of stuff, bit of stuff in there for everyone.
Now, Floppy.
Yes, mate.
We are running a little late, but we're still going to go through this.
Here we are.
So
strap in for a long one, ladies and gentlemen.
We have devised for you another 10 very rare video game consoles. And because not a lot is known about these consoles, because they're very rare, it shouldn't take too long, but there's still some worthy things to talk about.
That is true.
So, Floppy, do you want to kick us off with number 10?
I will. Number 10. Now, did we rank them in any particular order?
No particular order.
No, just whatever numbers they popped in it.
Yeah.
Number 10 is a ceramic white PS2. Now, we're looking at about $700 to get one of these guys.
These are all US prices as well, so probably a little bit more.
US. So what's that, like
1,200, yeah.
1,200,
yeah.
1,200, at a guess, 1,200 Australian.
And all boxed as well, not just loose.
Yeah, boxed. Okay, so these were obviously the original PS2, the big fat guys. There were only 2,000 made, alongside a variety of other colours. But it's the white one that's really rare.
And I haven't put it here, but I believe it is because they were dev kits.
I didn't know that.
Possibly. I could be completely wrong.
Gorgeous.
It is a gorgeous kit, and it looks really nice against the whole blue stand.
Like, that's
really
pristine.
Like that, yeah. They were made to celebrate the 20 millionth PS2.
Sorry, I was wrong with another entry further on in the list. That was incorrect. What Floppy's about to say is correct.
They were made to celebrate the 20 millionth PS2, and they were given away.
So that's why they're so rare, because given away as
Could not
prizes.
buy them.
No.
Yeah, I think they look beautiful. I think it looks. I mean, I don't. As much as I like my PS5, I usually don't like white consoles because they get dirty. But keep them clean. They look beautiful.
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 Yeah, I might have accidentally almost said 2 words at once.
That's all right. I do that all the blime. Thank you. Yes, I am a father. Why do you ask? Next up, we have I had no idea this existed, by the way, so I got very excited when I was researching it. Yeah, I had no idea.
Know this. I knew this existed.
Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater 3DS Premium Package, which goes for $599 US.
I've never seen one.
Look at this thing. It was released back in
Holy
2012.
hell, that's nice.
This limited edition
sexy.
3DS was released in Japan alongside the system's port of Metal Gear Solid 3. The set came with a 3DS, a copy of the game, and 2 files compete with the Metal Gear Solid design. Look at this DS. It's like got snake skin on it.
Did it not have an art book or something with it, I thought?
Possibly. Possibly it did. But my goodness.
Yeah,
if
that
I
looks
could,
really cool.
Oh, this has gone straight up to the must-have DS collection.
I feel like
for
it
me.
would feel gross, though.
Yeah, I know, which makes it even more awesome. Yeah, cannot wait until I finally find this for $500 and can't buy it. But what a wonderful item.
Yeah, that was great.
I think this is the dev kit that I was talking about earlier, Floppy.
Oh, this one, okay, so this is the dev kit you're talking about. It is a white Sega Game Gear. Like I say, I didn't know this one existed. You're looking at about $1,800. Now, is this American again?
Yes.
So, like, way too much in Australian.
Oh, yeah.
It was bundled in a special case and had a white TV tuner as well. I think it looks gross.
You don't like white consoles. But can you imagine how dirty this would have gotten?
Oh,
Because the
so
very
good.
concept
Have
of
you-
holding a Game Gear as it's in your hands.
If you're at home and you have a PS5 and you've got your controller near, turn it over and have a look at the bottom of your PS5 white controller. That's what this thing's going to look like. It's gross.
Can you imagine how dirty that battery pack would have been, considering how many times you have to replace those batteries? Like every 20 minutes.
25
I feel
minutes,
like
yeah.
because this is glossy, it wouldn't get quite so dirty.
You might be right because it's not textured.
Like the texture on the PS5 is the reason I think the white controllers get so scudgy.
I'm going to say, columns on the Game Gear got one boxed.
Ooh.
What?
Wow.
Just
Gimme.
random piece of info for you.
No one has columns. I wonder how you managed to get that.
Not released in stores, given to developers or people who were directly associated with Sega.
Sega.
So yeah, that is cool because you could not buy it. So yes, very rare.
Next up, we have the Famitsu Gameboy Lite. Only 5,500 units were ever made, with the vast majority of these released in a blister pack rather than a more traditional box. So this is how
that
they
makes it
can.
look cheap.
It does. It makes it look like a over-the-counter toy, doesn't it? Like,
Yes,
one
I
of
like
the
it.
rip-off ones.
And also, what is up with that character they've got on the box?
Yeah, let's just leave that. For the podcast listeners, don't look it up. You won't like the search history. But it's really cool packaging. If I could ever find one of these in a blister pack, I would be like
they
they're
were
all
numbered.
All numbered. 1 of 5. Yeah, you got
One
one
of
in
5,500,
5,000.
yeah.
And of course, being in a blister pack,
Don't open it! Ah!
a lot of these are lost to
Fucking
time.
open everything.
No, don't you dare.
Open everything. Otherwise, you're just insulting the people that made it, and you hate them.
No, you're not.
Yes, you are. They want you to play with it.
Anyway, really cool. Again, gone straight up to the list of Grail items I hope to own one day. Game Boy Lights, of course, were the Game Boy pocket-sized Game Boys with a lit back screen, as opposed
so
to that green LED that you had to hold like this while your parents were driving, or get
Hope
one of the
you get the street
magnifier.
lights.
Yeah, yep.
All
Hi,
right.
we're old.
I don't know how to say the next one properly.
The AWA.
Thank you, because I've only ever read it. Never heard it aloud. The Sega AWA Mega CD.
Now, explain to the podcast listeners what we're looking at.
We're looking at a cassette deck.
Yep.
And a CD player. We're looking at a boom box, essentially. $1,800.
Yep.
Once again, American. First and foremost, it's a CD player.
Yep.
But it can also play Genesis and Mega CD games. You connect a little dock to the system in order to play those games. It's weird.
I would love this. I don't collect Sega stuff. I
It
would
is-
love this.
It looks like something you'd find in caches that someone got rid of their house because they've had it since the 90s.
Yeah.
Just for anyone who's not familiar with the name change between Genesis and Mega Drive in Japan and America, we're talking about the Japanese Mega Drive / American Genesis.
Yes.
Thank you.
Very
Yes.
important.
It was only Genesis in America, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was a licensing issue with the term Mega Drive, so they had to call it something else.
Or they just did the American thing and they go, like, we want to call it the Philosopher's Stone or the Sorcerer's Stone or whatever, just because they have to be different.
I thought it was because Americans didn't understand what a philosopher was, so they went with sorcerer because it made more sense to
Or maybe
them.
you should educate people and just accommodating the dumbasses.
Yeah.
Wow. Hi to all our American listeners, of which there are very, very many.
Sorry. Not my fault. You people didn't get educated by your government.
Floppy's opinions do not reflect that of Hack the Dino, and all hate mail can be... What's your Instagram address again? Floppy Plays Games. Feel free to go there, spam the hell out of him, hack his account. I don't think he has 2FA set up, so hack that.
I don't even know what 2FA is.
Yeah. Speaking of
And you know what?
2FA...
I care sweet FA about it.
the Astro Boy Gameboy Lite.
Another Game Boy Lite.
Yeah, now this was sold exclusively at Tezuku Osamu World shops in Japan, basically Astro Boy shops. There's estimated between 1,000 and 5,000 of this variation were made, and there was only a few production months of them. I actually had the opportunity to buy a boxed one from a cash converters one day. They
Why
were
didn't
$300 because I was very poor back then, and I let it go.
You've got a child. Sell that.
Well, I didn't have a child at the time.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
no, I did. Maybe I just had the child at the time, which is
they
why I was
even
very
sell
poor.
for more.
I like that you're talking about the child as if she's not in the.
Well, she's in
you
the
know,
next
her
room. I don't want her to realise I was contemplating selling her as a child for a Game Boy.
It's a Game Boy Lite. I mean, come on.
Yeah, well, anyway, it's a very sought after. There's this, and there's also another Astro Boy Game Boy Lite, which was released in selective stores as well. Not as valuable as this one. It goes for about $800 US at the moment.
How cool is Astro Boy?
Astro Boy's great.
Flying high in the sky.
I think it's one of the stops that Astro Boy is based in Tokyo. If you're going on the Shinkansen or a train, as you pull up, it plays the Astro Boy theme. I've
Yes,
got a
please.
video of it last time I went to Japan. Like, dun, 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 da, 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 da.
It's too far.
Do you think Mega
never.
Man could beat Astro Boy in a fight?
No, because his butt would wreck me. Just like before. No,
Oh, I was waiting for it.
like before.
The next last is this the last one?
No.
No,
No,
this is
No.
the last one. Okay, so next one is the Atari Cosmos. This will you can pick one of these up for a cool 18, almost 19 grand American,
Why is that?
because it was never released.
Yeah, that's right.
Which is why you've probably never heard of it, as I had never heard of it until I read this and looked it up. The system's boxes were produced, but Atari pulled the plug before launch. The console was an odd one. It projected a holographic image across a twin layer of LEDs, which sounds cooler than it looks.
Much like everything in the early 90s.
Yeah. It looks like you're watching something through a buttered window.
You know when you bought basketball cards or movie cards and they had those really cool hologram cards that were all silver and when you hold it in the light, you tilt it and it's just like a crappy prism effect?
Yes.
It's basically that.
Yeah. So they hyped the shit out of this, falsely claiming that the images were lifelike and 3D.
The third
Do you know how many they made?
And no.
250.
250 were made and they were pulled. So they never officially released.
Nope.
So if you do come across one in a box, you have got a lot of money on your hands.
And just give it to us and we'll take good care of it for you
We will.
and sell it.
Speaking of having a lot of money on your hand, it's this baby at the front right here. The TV Game 6.
I like that you hit it and it almost fell off the counter.
It didn't. It's fine. It's fine. My baby's fine. So the TV Game 6 was the first color TV console ever released, retailed only in Japan in 1997 and featured 6 variations of the one game. Pong.
Pong.
So the TV Game 6, players controlled their paddles with dials attached directly to the machine. Additionally, as an alternative to the standard version, which was the coloured orange, a white coloured model, which we can see here and also on the screen, of the colour TV Game 6 was introduced. Now, of this white model, only 500 of these were made. 500 in the world.
Really?
Yep.
And you've got one of 500?
And I've got one. A boxed one sitting in front of me.
That's unreal.
This is Nintendo's very first console
That's
ever.
actually really fucking cool.
They were originally made for employees of Mitsubishi, who were Nintendo's electronics partner for the making of this. So they made the TV game 6 as orange, and the 500 white ones went to the people who helped made it in Mitsubishi. I have got a freaking box one of Nintendo's very first console.
Come across it in the wild, or did you buy it from a collector?
I bought this from a collector who had 2.
Oh.
So mine, I think, has a little chip out of one of the corners. Don't care.
Who cares?
Do not care. It still works. It still plays. This is the crown of my collection. Nintendo's very first console, and the rarer 1 in 500 in the world, mate.
We Are Rabbits brings up a fair point. Have you opened it?
Yes,
Okay,
I have.
cool.
I've
He
plugged it
does
in.
it. Yeah,
I've
not one of those
played
people. I bought this and it's sealed in box with a brick inside.
I feel like Ben is like one of the sole recipients of the universe's like video game collecting karma.
No, you have no idea how much trolling I do of boards and whatnot. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, if you want just lucky shit falls into your lap,
This guy
this guy
right next to me.
Yeah,
shit
that's
just
true.
falls into my lap. I won't lie, it's pretty awesome.
Dan as well, former host Dan McGuinness, may he rest in peace.
Shit just falls into his lap.
He had someone call him up and said, I was just about to throw these out. Did you want them? And it was this guy's Nintendo collection from when he was a kid. Had box NES, box games, box Zelda. And Dan, he said, oh, you just have it. And like Dan went there and goes, no, I'll give you $50 for it. It's like, $50, Dan.
That'll
Like,
cover one of the cartridges, maybe.
Yeah.
Just one of the shit ones.
yeah.
Um,
Next game, Floppy.
all right, next console is the Gold Legend of Zelda Game Boy Advance
SP. SP.
SP. This goes for a cool 20k.
Yep.
7 of these consoles were produced. Ben's got 2 of them.
Yeah, that's right. My back pocket.
It was to mark the release of Legend of Zelda, the Minish Cap by Nintendo of Europe.
And Capcom.
Sorry, Anne?
And Capcom.
And Capcom.
They helped develop it. Or if not,
didn't know
develop
that.
the whole thing.
Yeah, the Minish Cap. Yep.
Oh, that's really cool. To get one, you had to find a golden ticket in a limited edition bundle of a Game Boy Advance SP. I think that is really cool. I like that.
And I think a majority were never found. Like the golden tickets.
So people have got sealed boxes that have got a golden ticket inside and they
There's
don't
boxes somewhere that have disappeared. They may be somewhere like, yeah.
Yeah, that's
There's
unreal.
some that
That's
aren't
really good.
not found.
This thing is completely gold plated.
Yep.
Like, that's really cool.
Yep.
That's really cool. Although you wouldn't want to touch it too much because that gold plating will wear away.
I'm glad you confirmed this was actually a different gold SP because I knew someone who had 3 of these and I thought, yeah.
No, this is a gold plated one.
Yeah, I thought this was just like the retail gold.
They
coloured
made
one.
7, your
yeah.
mate's got 3.
And I was like,
I was
what?
going to say, what the hell?
That's really cool.
And
like that.
finally, one of the similar vein of the TV game or the color TV game systems, you can see again my 1 of 500 ever made TV game 6. Yes, I'm going to keep on going on about it. But for those of you watching on
Wouldn't have
youtube.com/Hack The Dino or twitch.tv/Hack The Dino, you can see the TV game 15, which was the second console that Nintendo released. It had 15 games that are all Pong on it, as opposed to 6 games which are all Pong.
They missed like 9 things in between, though.
This one had detachable, like the paddles weren't on the console. You could take it off. Anyway, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about...
wired, but...
Yeah, wired, but you could take it out like your NES controller.
Yep.
I'm not here to talk about the TV game 15. I'm actually going to talk about one that I don't own, but hopefully will one day because it is the rarest of the color TV games, and that is the computer TV game. Now, this is so rare, I wasn't able to find any video footage of one.
Yeah,
Just
right.
photos. So in 1980, Nintendo created a home video game based on the computer Othello arcade machine, which they had released 2 years earlier. So it was
How
an
cool
arcade
is
machine
Othello?
of Othello that Nintendo released.
Love that
They incorporated an arcade board into this computer TV game, resulting in a big, heavy machine that required a fat power supply that weighed more than 2 kilograms alone.
Look at that power supply. It looks like a modern-day computer.
It was expensive as well. So it retailed back in 1980
Yes.
for 48,000 yen.
Oh, I thought you were going to say dollars.
No, wait for it. I'm not done yet. So
How much is
48,000
48,000
yen is close to about $500 back then.
That is a
sorry,
lot of money back then.
No, sorry. Today, it's close to $500
Oh.
today. Okay?
Okay.
So $500 today. Back then, in 1980, I did the conversion.
Mm-hmm.
In 2021, $500 Australian, back in 1980, is the equivalent to $2,266.13.
That was a house.
Yep.
That was a house deposit.
For that game system.
That is to play Othello.
To play Othello. So there was a very limited amount of these made. Super rare to come by. I doubt, like, if I do come across one of these, it's going to be when I'm in Japan, out in the sticks somewhere, investigating we're just laughing at a comment from Michael Towns.
Townsy in the chat has said, "Does it run Crisis though?"
Yeah, super rare. If I ever come across one of these, I will probably have a heart attack and die.
And then I'll buy it.
Well, you just take it. I'll leave it to you in my wheel, Floppy. How about
mate.
that? So there you are. That's 10 of the rarest video game consoles you'll ever find. Do you know what else is rare?
Patreons.
Yeah, well, that and sponsors who support the show.
Those little eyes! Ah! Oh my god, I love him! Oh, he's in a hat! Not the doggos! I can't even read anymore. Ah! I can't even do it anymore! I have to finish this game. I have to finish this game.
We've been Hack the Dino. You have been the best you that you could be. Honestly, I 100% believe that. The current version of you is the greatest you that will ever happen and ever exist. So don't even worry about the future. Like, where you are right now, mwah, chef's kiss.
And a little sprinkle.
Oh,
Actually,
yeah.
don't be that guy. He was really bad to his...
Employees?
Yeah.
Yeah. But you are the best around, and nothing's going to ever keep you down.
Oh.
Floppy,
Yes.
what do you do?
Well, I do a really poor job of keeping up to date on my Instagram.
Good
Which is-
time.
no,
That's
I'm
very important for Instagram.
I'm vowing to get better. I promise. I got some really cool stuff to show you, like this Retron 5 right in front of me, which is a recent acquisition, which I'm very excited about. But I also got a Simpsons PSP with a PSP game.
That's nice. That was a good combo.
That was really cool. The only thing that's missing is a battery, which is not hard to acquire.
Thanks for doxing me, Anto.
I didn't dox you.
I don't know what just happened. I've also picked up some cool PS1 games lately and a whole bunch of other stuff. But you can find me on Floppy Plays Games, where I somewhat erratically post games that and paraphernalia that I've picked up, and sometimes some strange peripherals like the Wii Rackers.
Hey, I'm a big fan of stupid-ass peripherals.
That-
Speaking of which,
That Final Fantasy VII that was just up there. Have I told you how I got that?
you told us off camera.
I don't know if I told... So everyone listening, I was helping a friend move house. We were picking up a buffet unit that was full of drawers, and there was stuff in it. I'm like, dude, we need to empty these drawers to make this lighter. I opened up one of the drawers, and it just slid from the back of the drawer to the front. And I'm like, dude, what is that? And he's like, no, I don't know. It's been there forever. You want it? And I was like, yes, please. Minty fresh Final Fantasy VII on the PS1.
I love how you guys both get like just given, or you find ridiculously underpriced games that I would literally murder people to get.
That's scary. I don't want to die.
And like you guys just get given this stuff.
No, I bought mine for $5, thank you, Anto.
That's
and
why I
sold
said
it.
you get criminally underpriced things.
There's no criminal. There's nothing
No,
criminal about it.
It is true. I do quite often just have things fall in my lap.
I research hard. It's called knowledge.
I just have things. It's one of the benefits of being the man that wears my shoes.
Seriously, though, it is very, very much right place, right time.
Yeah, 100%.
However, coming up on an episode of Hack the Dino, you and I are working on something with a special guest who's coming on. We're going to be giving some retro video game hunting tips, like where to go, where to find, what to do, what to wear, who to talk to.
Wear a cool shirt.
That's right, like this one. It's Mario.
Who to
No,
offer
a
sexual
cool
favors
shirt.
for.
Yeah, and also it helps if you know karate because you can punch them in the throat effectively.
That's not how you get to buy from them again, though.
No,
It's
but
one-off
the
deal.
benefit is while they're struggling for air, you can just steal their collection. So I've heard. Anto, what else do you do besides killing people?
Well, I don't kill people.
Oh.
I will kill people eventually at some point for video games. It'll
Jesus.
happen. It's just nature of a universe.
crap.
I do socials for Hack the Dino, so you'll see a lot of our stuff at Instagram, which I'm trying to pull up now, but it's not working.
Yeah.
I do this stuff.
There you go, look at that.
Yeah, we do posts about things and stuff when they happen.
I like to say I've never done one.
Yeah, well, maybe you should. Take a load off my shoulders.
No,
No, you do not want me to do that. You've seen my type.
Yeah. Floppy's Discord writing. No, Anto.
You've seen my typos.
No.
You don't want me to do that.
But yeah, no, I do socials for us, obviously. I also spend a little bit of time on my personal Instagram, which is just, hey, it's Anto. It's somewhat private because I don't want every Tom, Dick, and Harry or Susan, Barry, and Flange adding me on it. So
Just
if you
those
want to,
people
send
that
me
anyone else can.
Wait, did you say flange?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
Regina Phalange.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm on Instagram at Hey It's Anto. I'm also, I'm the resident Twitch and social media streamer at the moment because I don't think anyone else has streamed in a while.
Nope.
No, I'm gonna do Hello Neighbor.
There you go. Hello
Gonna
Neighbor
stream
coming
it.
soon from Floppy. I'm probably going to do a Clone Hero stream at some point soon because I've
That'd be
been
cool.
grinding out through the Fire and Flames and trying to get
You're
better at it.
amazing at that game, by the way. I've watched
Thank
you play
you.
it.
And I'm going to stream my balls.
Pokemon,
Not
right?
on Twitch, hopefully.
Pokemon. Please be Pokemon.
Please be Pokemon
I'll be
related.
poking your mum. Anyway, I
This is
also
more about you than me, mate. You haven't met my mum.
I also
for it.
do an Instagram page
Weirdo.
called Bad Game Arts over on Instagram, where I find the worst of video game history art and post it for all to see and all to have a jolly good chuckle. Now, I've thrown some up. I realised last night when I was about to go to sleep, oh, hang on, I haven't put up any new ones.
Why have you got decapitated worms?
Oh boy, there's some gems down. Just scroll down one. So we left off last week at Karate, the most realist display of karate I've ever seen. Next up is Mortville Manor. The only thing scary about Mortville Manor is the way that the dimensions of that house seem to be sitting, because that gingerbread
Monstrosity.
I was just trying to say calamity, but colostomy kept coming out.
I mean, yeah, sure.
I got tripped up by my own thoughts. Anyway, that's not scary. That's rubbish. Moving up, we have got Enigma Force, in which people with spines...
I mean, it is an enigma.
Yeah, if you have a look at their spines really, really closely over at Bad Game Arts with an S on the end, none of them are able to bend their spines. They are all straight.
They have broomsticks up their butt.
They do not have the ability to bend. Unlike the board, which our next character is breaking. Do you want to know the real scary thing about the character there?
Actually breaking it with his expression.
No, he's breaking it with the vomit type thumbnail. Have a real good close look at that.
Oh, God, I hadn't seen that.
Look at that disgusting thing.
Oh, that's like a coke nail gone bad.
Ugh. And finally, from the Master System, we have a game called something...
Heady?
Dynamite Heady.
Dynamite Heady. And
Has
all,
his head come off of his
all
body?
I've put as a description there is I'm a big fan of Dynamite Heady. Big fan.
You were disappointed before the show then, hey?
It was hardly Dynamite, Anto. Anyway, you can see that over on Bad Game Arts. We've been Hack the Dino. This has been our gaming cast where we talk about the past, present, and future
and
of
lots of stuff
video
we
games.
shouldn't talk about.
You can check us out on hackthedino.com or Twitch, YouTube, Instagram. Please go head over to Spotify or any of the podcast apps and rate us. It really, really helps us out. The podcast has had exceptionally good growth at the moment, and we want to keep that rolling on.
Great.
We are going to be back soon with another fantastic episode. We're well into the 180s now. I think this was 182,
I don't even
183.
count anymore. They're just numbers. I don't even see
181,
numbers anymore.
182.
We just come on here. We just come on here and just come.
Don't.
We just
stop.
on and quiz. We come on, quiz.
On your face.
You ruined it. Take us out.
Lucky I'm.